This is the big one of the day. The Group 1 Treasury Brisbane Queensland Oaks over 2,200 metres, $500,000 in prize money. Horse number 1 is Cadetta for Darren Weir and John Allen. What a remarkable campaign she's had. This is her 11th start for this preparation. She finished runner-up, narrowly beaten by Egg Tart in the Group 1 Schweppes Australasian Oaks 2 starts ago before a big finale to win the Roses at Group 2 level last time out.
He's the favourite, Egg Tart. She's won 5 in a row, and I think she's going to be awfully hard to beat today. She's had the perfect preparation, planned to perfection by Chris Waller, and she looks just to be the one they've got to beat. I think she'll be off midfield and working to the line very strongly.
The next Waller runner is number 3, Dawn Well, where Hugh Bowman will take the ride. Slightly sticky gait, but her form is impeccable. The last start winner of the Gold Coast Bracelet, when she really finished strongly after a dream run, just trailing the speed. She had a little setback, but her recent work's been rock solid. She's going to be very hard to beat.
Anna Royale, prepared by Stewie Webb at Caulfield, was good in the Schweppes Oaks, beaten less than a length behind Egg Tart and Canedna, giving a very good sight on that occasion. She stepped up to the 2,500 metres, relishing the extended trip at her next start. Just coming back to 2,200, I'm not quite sure. 5
Invincibella, Larry Cassidy for Chris Waller. She's just gotten a little bit better, I think, in each and every one of her starts this campaign. I really did like her battling performance in the Roses last start. I think that's going to top her off nicely for this, and I think she's a bit of a blowout runner.
There's Oklahoma Girl, horse number 6. She wasn't far behind Canedna last start. They issued the protest. It didn't go their way, but I think she's got a knockout chance of running into the placings.
Jeff Lloyd's got the ride on 7 Perilous Love, a daughter of Love Conquers All. On pedigree, you'd say she'd probably struggle a little bit at the trip, but her recent runs have been good, including last time out when 3rd in the heavy going behind Canedna, beaten a length and a half.
This is another runner from the Chris Waller stable. She's on the quick backup. Her name's Cross Stitch. She ran 2nd last week behind Monasterio and does have some form around Oklahoma Girl.
9 Pygmy for Godolphin, Darren Beedman and Tommy Berry. Beautiful pedigree being by new approach out of the Australasian Oaks winner Rinky Dink. She's been racing in lower grades but winning well at Kembla Grange and Hawkesbury last start. She'll have no issue with the trip.
Yeah, she did a good job beating the older horses too there last start. Isn't She Elegant is also on the quick backup. Raced last Saturday evening at Toowoomba, was much too strong there. Ben Curry come on the racing.com coverage and tipped her quite strongly, and she landed the money.
You did a good job chatting with Chris Anderson during the week, who's got sharp speedo in this race. Last start winner over this distance at Ipswich. Big step up in grade, but she's a progressive type.
Blanco Caro wasn't too far behind Dawn Wall in a slowly run race 2 starts ago at the Gold Coast, then went down to Newcastle for a kill last time out. She looks in terrific order, and I think she's got to be a player to run a place here.
Number 13 is Shenandoah for Trent Busserton and Natalie Young. Natalie with duties here at Doomben today. Damien Oliver takes the ride on her, this daughter of Darcy Brahma. She's been good at her past couple of runs, finishing 3rd at Flemington in a Fillies and Mares benchmark 84, and then 4th in the Roses last start.
There's Baser the Grey. She was a winner of a Class 2 at Wyong. Chris Waller and the connections having a throw at the stumps. You only get not many opportunities as a 3-year-old filly to try and get some black type over this trip, and they're here today on the big occasion. Good
luck to young Patrick Maloney, who's riding for Mike Moroney with 15 Mia Rosa, a daughter of Muckfee, who was a very good winner over 1,400 metres first up at Randwick. Ran well in the Roses last time out when making good late ground. I think she's got huge potential, this filly. A bit of a blowout runner from what looks to be a nice soft draw.
Horse number 16 is Carini, another runner from the Chris Waller stable. Ben Mellum takes the ride, and look, she was beaten at Newcastle behind Blanco Cara, but was taking ground off her at the finish. So if you're giving Blanco Cara a chance, maybe this girl Carini could also run a cheeky race.
All right, that's the field for the Group 1 Queensland Oaks. Let's get a market update from Matty Campbell at Crown.
And also Pygmy, which isn't in the top 8. Some support for Pygmy at $50 as well. But Egg Tart will have egg on her face if it wins.
Well, I've joined now by her trainer in Chris Waller, who's got obviously 7 runners in this. We'll start with the favourite in Egg Tart. How does she present today, in your opinion?
Presents well, nice and cool, calm, which is always a good sign when you've got a 3-year-old filly getting up into preparation, or to the end of her preparation. She's had a lot of tripping around Australia, and I'm really happy with the way she looks.
Deciding to miss that run a fortnight ago, you're happy with that decision, that she's sort of been a month between runs?
Yeah, very happy. You've got to take into respect that she did start from Sydney. She went to Melbourne, she won at Flemington, she went to Adelaide, she raced there and won. She came back to Flemington, back to Sydney, up to Queensland. That's a lot of travelling for any horse, let alone a young 3-year-old filly. So that seems to keep them stimulated. She did have a trial 8 days ago at Randwick, just to help bridge that gap. It was a very quiet trial. It was actually at Rose Hill, and couldn't be happier.
Dawn Wall's been well supported. She's drawn out a little bit wide. Tactically, is she the one that takes up a forward position of your sort of group?
Yeah, we said providing she jumps well, she'll roll forward and be up on the pace. As similar to last start, so great jockey and judge of pace with Hugh Bowman. That's all you can ask.
Would there be much between the two of them? Do you think Egg Tart's got a little bit more brilliance?
Oh, I think there's luck in running to a big way. Egg Tart, she looks like she's got a lot of upside. And saying that, Dawn Wall, this is her first prep. And on top of the ground, her runs have been excellent. So either one would do me.
You've got a few others in the race as well. Can you sort of talk up their chances to potentially run into the placings here?
Oklahoma Girl, she franked her form last start behind Knetner, who's got Egg Tart form, and she was a touch unlucky on that day. The others need true staying tests to be competitive.
All the best. Thanks very much for your time.
Thanks.
The master trainer, Chris Waller, of course, the last time we had an Oaks here. Unbelievable. Winks emerged with a breathtaking performance, and of course that was her second win in what has been a 17-run consecutive sequence. Maybe Chris Waller could strike again. He's got 7 Brent in this race. It's just an extraordinary achievement by a truly great trainer to get so many runners in a feature race.
Dawn Wall in the concluding stages. This has been a sustained plunge. Not to say that Egg Tart hasn't remained solid around that sort of $3.20 to $3.40 mark. Knedna drifted to above $10 and just trimming up a little bit now late, but the market is clearly focusing here on the 2 runners from the Waller stable, being Dawn Wall probably the best back, not far behind Egg Tart.
Yeah, can't wait for this. This is the Group 1 Treasury Brisbane Queensland Oaks. To call the action, we wish him well. Here's David Fowler.
Shane, thank you for that, and they're loading well. Big field here, and luck will play an important part. Just listening to Chris Waller there, he's spot on, because it's a big field around Doomben, and you need a little bit of luck on your side, despite how good you are, or not so good. Oklahoma Girl comes up, so still 5 or 6 to move in. I'm just checking if there's any late moves on the QOPs. Egg Tart has been the favourite right through betting. $3.10 Egg Tart, $4 Dawn Wall, and then Oklahoma Girl at $9, Anna Royale $9.50, Knedna, she's just ahead of them, Knedna at $8. But a race, an Oaks with a field of good depth. Now the last few coming in, Perilous Love and Pygmy about to join them. Perilous Love has gone in. And after all of the trials and tribulations of the last week or two, the BRC can be delighted with the magnificent crowd under perfect skies. And these 16 fillies, I'd say, are now locked and loaded in the Garrard's Horse and Hound barrier stalls. The starter is on the stand. They're just waiting maybe for 1 or 2, but they look to be all in and ready to jump. Light about to come on. Treasury Brisbane Queensland Oaks. Group 1. They're set. And they're racing. To the inside base, I might have just hesitated and missed a length or so. Cross stitch began well with Shenandoah, Invincibella and Mio Rosa. Blanco Cara not too far away with Oklahoma Girl. Isn't She Elegant and Dawn Wall are coming across from wide gates. Now Egg Tart is settling about midfield. Then Knedna, who found the fence with Anna Royale. They race together. Further back in the field, Carini, Sharp Speedo and Pygmy is last. That's the order the first time around. 1 lap of the track left to go at not an overly fast speed. And Invincibella leads from Isn't She Elegant. Mio Rosa and Cross Stitch slotting in 4th on the fence. Shenandoah 5th, 1 away from the rail outside of Baysar. They're followed then by Dawn Wall. I think Bowman's been able to negotiate to get in 1 away from the rail. Blanco Cara's a bit deep. Then Oklahoma Girl, Anna Royale, maybe a little handier than we anticipated. She's midfield on the rail, and Egg Tart right behind her. Then Perilous Love, followed by Carini. Knedna was 3rd last, and the 2 behind her, Sharp Speedo and Pygmy. 15 lengths span them, 1,200 left to run on the Queensland Oaks, and Invincibella is in control of affairs. Led Isn't She Elegant by just over a length, and Blanco Cara is sliding up 3 wide. Cross Stitch has had a great run from the get-go, 4th the rail. A length away, Mio Rosa, 1 Shenandoah. Dawn Wall travelling in about 7th position, 1 off the fence. Outside of Baysar, then Perilous Love, who's deep, followed by Oklahoma Girl. Anna Royale inside that pair, just needing some room to move now. They're at the 800 metres. Egg Tart's on her outside, and she has got room to move. move. Then came Kenenda, following that pair, followed by Carini, Sharp Speedo, and Pygmy whips them in. Invincibella led with 600 metres left to go. From on the outside, Blanco Cara. Isn't she elegant third? Cross Stitch fourth. Then Mio Rosa, Shenandoah, Dawn Wall. Followed by Baysar, Perilous Love, Oklahoma Girl, Egg Tart 8 off them. With Anna Royale, then Carini, and out towards the tail, Sharp Speedo and Pygmy. Invincibella, 300 metres left to go, giving a side from Cross Stitch into the clear. Pushing out now was Baysar. Then came Oklahoma Girl, Dawn Wall, Egg Tart down the outside. Invincibella was still bobbing with 100 metres left to go. But here she is. Here's Egg Tart. The favourite swamped. Went Whooshka. Egg Tart won the Oaks. I'd say Oklahoma Girl second. Photo third between Kenenda, Pygmy, and nearer the inside was Invincibella with Shenandoah. Cross Stitch not too far away. Then Carini, Anna Royale, Blanco Cara, followed by Baysar, Mio Rosa, Sharp Speedo. Dawn Wall couldn't come on. Then Perilous Lava. Isn't she elegant out towards the tail in 2:16.01, and she was simply too good for them.
She is a star. Egg Tart, back-to-back Group 1s, back-to-back Oaks. She wins for Kerry McAvoy, Chris Waller, 310 fixed, 310, $1.50 on Super Tab. Photo for the Miners may have gone to the stablemate Oklahoma Girl. Another stablemate's up there, Dawn Wall. She'll run fourth. A tremendous finish. We've got Knedner there as well. Brent, what a race.
Yeah, she was fantastic. She had plenty to do at the top of the straight, but that superior turn of foot just showed over the concluding stages, surging away, giving another Group 1 win to Karen McAvoy.
Let's go back to Moonee Valley.